Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Yesterday, James Orengo, the Siaya governor, hosted William Ruto in Siaya County. After which James Orengo shared out some posts through his social media accounts. Posts I believe might be political blunders by James Orengo. In this video, I'll explain why I believe James Orengo made a very big political blunder by sharing out those posts, and why Azimio should be very careful as they engage William Samoei Ruto. Before doing that, if you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe. Yes. Yesterday, after hosting William Ruto in Siaya County, Orengo took to his social media accounts and had this to say. James Orengo, it was an honor hosting President William Samoei Ruto in Siaya County today. In the spirit of the two levels of government being interdependent and conducting mutual relations based on consultation and cooperation, we welcome and thank the national government for its support. Through this partnership, the president has given us the following projects and programs. Water. Number 1, Kenya shillings 1.2 billion will be allocated for the completion of the Ugunja Ukwala Sega water project. 2, Kenya shillings 280 million will be allocated for the Siaya Bondo water project. On agriculture, number 1, the president has allocated us an additional 20 tractors to complement our Siaya County tractor services that seeks to ensure that more land is used for agriculture towards a food secure county. 2, the county will receive rice milling machine for rice farmers in Alego Usonga and Ujwanga in Ugenya constituencies. Roads and infrastructure. 1, more money will be allocated to Gotnanga, Jera, Barober, Uring Road that is currently under construction to speed up its completion. 2, the Bondo, Nango Uyawi Road will also have more funds allocated to it to speed up its completion. 3, Pap Otere, Kaladin, Luak, Ka Elijah Road that has been in poor state will also be tarmacked. Asante sana Rais. And then Orengo shared out those photos there. Yes. I believe that post by Orengo might be a very big political mistake on the part of Orengo. And I'll also explain why I believe Azimio should be very careful as they engage William Samoei Ruto not to fall into the trap of Ruto's propaganda and some empty promises. Let's dig deep into the analysis. Yes. Before digging deep into our analysis, let me start by saying this. Some few days ago, CS Treasury Njuguna Ndung'u made it very clear to Kenyans that 2023 is going to be a very tough year economically, and the government might be forced to suspend some ongoing projects. In fact, he was quoted as saying this, speaking during the public hearing of the budget-making process that brought together stakeholders from different sectors, including representatives from the executive and the legislature. The Treasury boss also called for austerity measures in the ministries, including the suspension of any new development projects. I take that as the official position of William Ruto's government. In fact, the government is saying Kenyans should brace for very tough economic year, and the government might even suspend some ongoing projects. That was CS Treasury some few days ago. And it's not yet lost in the minds of a good majority of Kenyans of the kind of promises William Ruto has been giving all over across the country. Promises that are hardly being fulfilled. It's a fact that yesterday in Siaya County, the only project William Ruto launched or initiated was the commissioning of Blue Economy Research Hub at Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Science and Technology in Bondo. And you are even seeing those photos of William Ruto there commissioning the research hub. That was the only project William Ruto did launch in Siaya County yesterday. All these others are just promises that might turn out as lies or just as empty promises based on what we have seen in the past and based on what CS Treasury, Professor Njuguna Ndung'u, told Kenyans just some few days ago. So Orengo, in my honest opinion, might be making a very big political blunder here, in that he might be helping William Ruto to further his propaganda style of politics. In that Orengo is actually helping William Ruto in creating an impression that Ruto's government is delivering, while all these are just promises. Promises that Kenyans or even residents of Siaya County do not even know whether they'll actually materialize. The only thing Ruto's government can count is that maybe research hub in Jaramogi, or rather at Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University in Bondo. And that's something that I believe a whole president should not be there taking photos, launching that. That's something that can even be launched by maybe even a PS, not a president. So these are just propaganda politics by William Samoei Ruto and his team. As the news should be very, very careful not to help the president in furthering those silly and useless propaganda politics. And let's compare that, what Orengo has posted, to what Gladys Wanga posted. And Gladys Wanga's post, I feel, was more accurate than James Orengo's post. In fact, Gladys Wanga, let me read it for you what Gladys Wanga posted. Yes, Gladys Wanga. We thank His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto for launching the affordable housing project and commissioning the Homa Bay Municipal Market. Earlier, on behalf of our county, I shared our development priorities, which include healthcare, housing, infrastructure, trade, and the blue economy. That's Gladys Wanga's post. And Wanga here is being very accurate and very truthful to her people in Homa Bay County. She's making it very clear that the president launched affordable housing projects and commissioned Homa Bay Municipal Market. We saw the president launching that. And then Wanga does not highlight on the things or on the promises that William Ruto's government might have made to them. In the case of Orengo, Orengo is highlighting the promises and making it appear that now they have received the promises, which is not very good for the people of Siaya and for Kenyans. And that's also not very good for Azimio, in that they are helping William Ruto's government further their politics of propaganda lies in the deceit, because it's almost certain and very clear that promises eventually might not be kept. So Wanga here is actually getting it correct. On the side of Orengo, Orengo might also be trying to create an impression on his people that is also a performing governor, a governor able to negotiate with the national government for projects. That's good because it's also politics, but Orengo should not be selfish. He should not be looking for his own personal gains as a governor. He should look at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture in this case, I believe, is Azimio as a coalition. Azimio should not be helping their political rivals further their political propaganda and agenda. That's what I'm trying to say here, ladies and gentlemen. And also, as I conclude, it's good that Nyanza leaders should engage the government collectively, not just one isolated leaders here and there, maybe an MP or a governor saying, I will work with the government. If the president, William Ruto's government, is keen on working with Nyanza people for development, which is not a favor, William Ruto should engage the Nyanza leaders collectively, not singling out one leader, not singling out one leader. That, in my honest opinion, is a way of dividing rule. Ruto should engage Nyanza leadership collectively. What we saw in Homa Bay. And this should also be a warning to these political rejects we have been seeing in Nyanza. These ones who have been creating this impression that they are closer to the president than all other leaders in Nyanza, and that they want development for the people. That should be a warning to them. Because actually, from William Ruto's 2-day tour of Nyanza, it came out very clearly that some of these leaders are not even that close to the president. They just want to seek, or rather to attract the attention of the president for their own selfish and personal gains, not the interest of the people. And I'm saying that because look at this post by Eliud Owalo. Eliud Owalo posted, or rather, erected some billboards in Siaya County. Billboards that I feel are not really addressing the real issues Nyanza people are interested in. These are sycophantic political games. Look at this. Rais Mpendwa. I believe that these are things that should not be tolerated in Nyanza. These are sycophantic politics by sycophant individuals trying to please the president. Nyanza people are not interested in this. What Nyanza people want are developments, not politics of sycophancy. Azimio should be very careful as they engage William Samoei Ruto. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. If you want to support our forum, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number or feel free to channel your support to the number. Let's meet in our next analysis. I've received so many requests by our fans here who are selling land and various items and products, and I'm still looking on them, after which I'll share some of them with you here. Stay tuned by subscribing.